this.
I mean, they didn't plan on fighting a kaiju. They didn't.
But
know.
Also, where the fuck are the Demogorgons? Where are the Demobats?
Yeah.
Where are the Demodogs? Where the fuck do they all go?
Yeah, I love how they make the comment like, "Oh, this isn't what I expected." When they enter the void, they're like, "Where's the vines and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not do that? Why
they ran out of budget."
But wait, hold on.
Desert.
I think I thought I said the same thing, but then I thought they're in the void, not the upside down. The void,
cool.
maybe
cool. They could have made it cooler than the upside down.
I agree.
Than the upside down.
I agree.
Supposedly, the abyss is where all the Demogorgons and the Demobats actually come from. Because remember,
that's true. That's true.
Was created. I think like in '83 when 11 sent him there. Also, by the way.
I saw this
one
one.
Season 4.
I saw one theory about
it.
Just real quick. I saw one theory, and it could make sense. It's like when I think it was either when when Will enters his mind and kind of shuts him down for a second. He actually kills everything else and only leaves Vecna alive.
Again, that's writing. That's you're doing the job of the writer.
It's not. It's exactly. It's not. It's like it's implied but not shown. So it's like
I don't even think it's implied.
Well, I mean, not even implied exactly. No, but it's like you have to do that in your head.
You have
like
a choice
more than likely
they ran out of budget.
You're a writer.
Shitty writing. That is your failure as a writer.
You're a writer, and you're like,
hey,
this is our final fight. Maybe we should put the final fight in a cool scene. And then you're like, well, I don't know. Do we have any room to write this? Yeah, we've never been here before. We could literally make it anything. Make it a desert.
Yeah, it's so boring.
Let's make it. Let's describe an hour out of LA.
It's the obvious green screen that they use like for Marvel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that screen called?
No, the volume they have like a giant LCD screens. The Mandalorian tech.
Yeah, it's like it's clearly that soundstage, but they're like, let's go back to the desert planet, but we'll make different rocks instead of whatever the stuff we use for Star Wars, whatever that.
So, there's a reason why Darth Vader didn't show up, because the abyss was all sand.
Yeah. Well, it would have been way funnier if it just glitched and they're like, oh, we're using the same thing, and all of a sudden a pod racer goes by.
But, the playback will be available on my channel too.
So the heroes go up to fight the fucking thing, the kaiju, and they're like, okay, one of us has to distract. Nancy Rambo into action. I got this.
Dude, she's like what? She's like 100 pounds.
They send her up.
Really
they send
far.
her up first. They have
2 miles from that.
They have a whole group of people. They got 2 male dudes the same age, if not older than her, and they males, whatever. Whatever. I'm in California. I speak differently, but they send the fucking 115-pound woman up there with a machine gun because apparently she's fucking Rambo. Exactly. It's like,
and then, also, did you see how far she was?
Why would you be the one
from the mind flare? She was at least like a mile away from that mind flare, shooting that AR-15.
No, they were like 5 miles away from that thing because they could see it from a distance.
Those bullets hit the ground long before.
Oh, here's a good point. Yeah, fact check on that gun because it did look like an AR, which probably means it's M16 or something like that.
Yeah,
which is
like
not automatic.
M16
is only
it was
shot. So correct on that. But yeah, I mean that's minor. No, but what is the plan? They're like, oh, we're gonna go climb the fucking mountain to get on top of.
How did they climb that fast?
But even why did they need to be that high? And then also
because
the gun,
they
the gun.
Wait, wanted the high ground.
Did the mind flare was really affected by the bullets of that gun when the Demogorgons didn't feel them?
Dude, there's so many.
What is this writing? That was the worst thing ever. And then they're like,
do they have time to plan out every little operation?
Okay,
even if he was like 5 feet,
you can see that failing.
Barely do anything.
I mean, just in this season alone, I mean, you can see it with 2 episodes behind when what's his name is running with Max. I can't remember his name. What's her boyfriend's name? Lucas is running with Max, and they're trying to get out of there, and he like super kicks a Demogorgon, but none of the soldiers can do it. Like he just like Superman kicks a Gorgon out of the elevator.
Well, I will say that was the dog, not the.
Yeah, it was the dog. Yeah.
Was it? I mean,
it was like one of the demidog things.
It was a demidog.
What was the demidog? Sure, but it's like all the soldiers died to them instantly.
That's for the high ground.
Soldiers die.
Yeah. As for high ground, dude, I mean, the whole show. The kids would have died season 1. If you're going to thinking completely logically, so that's what high ground thing.
That's
Like,
why it would make sense if this whole
I
thing
agree.
is in like this.
I agree with
D&D
with the plan to force it to that little tight spot. Because I mean, high ground, it couldn't like fucking stab at him with its shit.
How much time did they have to climb up the fucking mountain, though?
That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
It was so out of their.
It was a good plan,
fucking
though.
Ass. I mean, not really. They're using a flamethrower. What do you need the high ground for with a flamethrower for?
To not get stabbed by the big fucking legs.
And then they
you guys went under anyway.
And they force it. That's what the bait was, to force it to where it couldn't like use its limbs and shit. I get that part. The time to climb took forever, which was fucking.
They don't even know what this thing could do. Like, it didn't have any tentacles that could reach out.
But based on what they saw,
nonsensical. It would having them go up against that was dumb, anyways. It should have been like a
should have been inside. Should have been inside.
By the way,
with demigorgons.
I need to say this.
I agree.
So when I first saw the giant mind flare, my first thought was, oh wait, did John Peoples produce Stranger Things season 5? I mean, if you get, please, if Daniel got the joke, John Peoples like, I want a giant spider in the third act. That story.
Dude, it's so dumb. This whole the more I think about it, it's so like the rush, the finale. It was like, hey, let's kind of have the part, in 300 where they're like in the quarry and it comes in and it's killing us. It's like that, but like shittier. Mm-hmm. It's like but again, like to Bats' point, where it's like this other dimension could be anything. This is where it all comes from. Also, I guess the where the fuck were the bats the entire season?
Yeah, the demo bats.
The ones that like ripped Eddie apart. Where the fuck were they? I didn't even think about that. I'm like, where the fuck were they? They just fucked off. They were effective. Objectively speaking, they were effective. Also, the Demogorgons, where the fuck did they go?
Yeah, they're just all gone. They're all gone. I mean, they didn't have to make the Demigorgons that powerful as they did, and they could have very easily like done something.
Remember in season 1, where like one Demogorgon terrorized everybody.
Hold on, dude. Bats isn't talking. So what?
Yeah, they could have done the thing where like, what is it? There's like an anime called Blood where it's like, yeah, you need to make the thing bleed to kill it, so like bullets don't do as much damage. Like you still kill something with bullets, but you need to use like a melee weapon, right? Mm-hmm. They could have done something like that easily, but they didn't.
Yeah, this is just nuts, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's like the shit that they keep. There was like even on this stream alone, we're just throwing like fragments of ideas that are better than what they came, and it's just sad because it's like I was under the impression the Duffer Brothers would deliver. They'll come with something better. And they this is the one time, because every other, even seasons 2 and 3, people clown on them. We still got something decent, something good.
I think we need to accept that like they're a one-hit wonder with season 1.
No, they weren't, because seasons 2 and 3 were good, and 4 was good.
Yeah, they were
3 was 2 was they were starting to show their thing. 1 was lightning in a bottle. Season 1 is lightning in a bottle.
4 was good. I like 4.
Yeah.
And honestly, if this was halfway decent, it would have been gone down as a really good show, because 2 out of 3 seasons, or 3 out of 5 seasons. I mean, it's huge. But yeah, then so I guess we talk about the fight between Elle and Vecna.
Oh yeah, that she just bursts in and immediately like no scratches on her. Just eviscerates Vecna. He's just a total pussy after being so. He had that one scene in season and like the earlier part of the season where he like goes to the guy's head and like, oh shit, and now he's just a total pussy. What the fuck happened?
That stretchy arm thing, that was doing nothing this season.
Yeah.
And then it's like, of course, Will comes in and stalls him or stuns him. Like that was so obvious, but it was like. It was still also done awkwardly, because like I feel like how this wasn't like a D&D battle plan for the ending is beyond me.
Holy shit, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that it should have been
no, it should have been. It should have been like
they literally talked about hit points, like whittling down his hit points.
If they wanted to do like a D&D thing, I thought it would have been cool. Like if they enter the Upside Down or whatever, they actually kind of became their D&D characters. They became like, oh, I'm a rogue, and all of a sudden
That's
they
kind
could
of
do rogue
gay.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that sure that could be gay, whatever, if you wanted to, but it's like if you're gonna go with it, if you're gonna go with a D&D theme, like do that. It's like
double down.
You could have just do it. I mean,
it was
like,
so
hey, when
easy.
we enter this other world, you could have explained away a bunch of things. Like, hey, we got superpowers. We all got superpowers. I'm not saying it would have been better. That probably not. It wouldn't have been great. But you could have explained a lot of this shit away.
Elle should have been held up, right? And then look. So what's their classes? Lucas was a fighter. That's super easy to like imitate.
And give him a big ass sword that's on fire.
Mike is a paladin, which is basically just a fighter with some healing or light protection or whatever. He's the leader. Mm-hmm. Will is the only one that would kind of be like Dustin's a bard, which is again he's the charisma guy. That's easy enough to do, and he could have done a thing where he distracts.
So you're saying Dustin should roll to seduce the mind flayer?
Yeah, sure. No, he should have done a distraction. Just like Eddie did, only this time he lives, and then maybe he gets saved or something cool like that. And then the only one that would be difficult to imitate would be Will, because he's a magic user. But guess who has fucking psychic powers? So it's like, yeah, they could imitate their D&D classes super easily.
Dude, like Will is also just a gayer,
right?
lamer version of 11, and this is one of the things I have a problem with. Is so Will's
he could have just been a bard with magic, like
Will, and I felt this way since season 3, even back when they first made him gay in season 3, where they hint that he was gay. So you have the first season, he's kidnapped, he's barely in. Second season, we're seeing the ramifications. He's really at the heart of season 2. Like, you really feel for Will in season 2.
Yeah.
After he's cured of that stuff, and he's clearly cured of it, season 2. Like, it is out of his system. They were like, what do we do with them? And I know the actors gave whatever, but it was like, it felt like they were like, he's gay. And his character starts and stops with being gay in season 3 and 4. He's gay and he likes D&D. That's it. And then season 5, they're like, but he also, they realized that he was fucking boring without having the stuff in him. So they were like, aha, we actually didn't get rid of it. And I'm kind of like, bullshit, you definitely did in season 2, but whatever, I'll fly with it. Okay, cool. But one of the things, sorry, he comes out, right? And he's not a victim anymore. All he fucking does is cry in every fucking scene. Like, how many times in the finale alone does he cry?
Dude, I even said that when I was watching along with Hold My DualShock. It's like, even at the end when they're all just like talking on the rooftop, they cut to him and he's just sitting there crying like, oh man. It's like, you moved on with your life. Why are you still crying? Like,
the worst thing you can do as an actor is tell the producers you can cry in command. That is the worst thing you can do as an actor.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm wondering how many like careers this might have destroyed for these characters or like these actors, because the only one
the actor for Will is already doing a watch along podcast on Spotify. He's already announced it.
Well, yeah, but there you go. No, that he's already been ex-nayed from fucking everything. But it's
you
like
know your career is over when you watch along your glory days.
Yeah.
Listen, and I think that's kind of cool, but this is the advantage of only watching old shit. Don't you worry about Netflix ruining it. Here's the problem, though, Bobby, is the Stranger Things felt like a return of that's what was the whole thing with the 80s. Is it felt like it was back to that 80s stuff. It was Spielberg, like a modern edge, but it was like it felt like the Spielberg, the John Carpenter, all that stuff, and for it to slowly deteriorate is just sad.
Evolved. Yeah, like the only two actors from this that I see maybe moving on is Sadie Sink, like, because I think she was really good.
She's already been Captain Marvel. She's already Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. She like, and hopefully if she gets a good enough role in it, like they say that she might be Jean Grey or whatever, but it's like if so, good luck.
Jean Grey or Mary Jane.
That and the other one who hasn't been announced with anything is the one that played Holly. Like I thought she actually did a good job.
Oh, she did great.
The recast,
Wolfhardt's already been a bunch of stuff.
He was really but I think he's gonna fall off because I'm sorry, He's what character is he gonna play? Just the scared femboy or something? Like get the fuck.
Like
out
he was
of
in
here.
Ghostbusters and in It. He's typecast. The boy's typecast.
I think he's just typecast because in It he plays a very different character than his character in Stranger Things, and he does great.
A fan? He's started, but if you see him recently, he's getting some bulk to him. He's getting bigger.
No, I think Finn has potential. I just hope that he just has to avoid the typecast.
Him, Sadie Sink, and then the new actress who plays the older version of Holly, like that girl, like she might go on to do something because
all the new kids,
or she might be a scream, like a what do they call them? A
scream
queen, yeah, because like she just yells all the time because she's scared. I'm like, dude, she's gonna get thrown into like maybe It season 2 or Welcome to Derry season 2. Like,
honestly, a couple of the girls, like the more Italian looking girl and the brunette girl, those girls had really good acting too. Like I think the kid actors, they were all very good. I think they all have potential.
I don't think Millie's going to go anywhere. I think
usually they're the worst. Usually
they were all good. That's why
kid actors are the worst. They just suck.
The Duffer Brothers are really good at finding talented child actors, but why the fuck were there so many of them? I hope they all have great careers, but was it worth taking the shot?
I saw a meme. Max graduated high school, but she's been in a coma for the past 2 years.
How did she catch up, everybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless, so I do know that some schools will give someone, they'll give them their degree or the diploma.
Oh my god!
Because of a massive, this massive thing happened to you, we'll give it. So yes, that's
so
probably
DEI basically.
Yes, exactly.
I've heard of
benefiting redheads.
I've heard like even in college, like if somebody like commits suicide or something. Well, sorry to say
that's where the movie.
Thank you for saying that on live stream.
That's where Dead Men on Campus, the plot for Dead Men on Campus came from, because some colleges will give you an A if that happens. Yes.
Yeah. No, I said suicide. Have you not seen that?
So this shot
that goes off a building.
Why is it such a bad word to say? Why do people cringe when they hear that fucking word?
No, it's because YouTube. I don't care.
Switch to Rumble. Fuck YouTube.
Good point. All right, this fucking shot is generational, and then people have Discord. But ready? All right, give me your thoughts on this. So I think overall it's cool, but the atmosphere again could be cooler, like Pat said. Yeah. This shot, hang on. That was 3 different shots. This guy doesn't know anything about that was 3 shots.
Wait, just play it normal.
No, but I just want to point out that this guy who's tweeting it doesn't know what a fucking shot is.
Yeah, of course.
It's a scene. That shot is gorgeous though. Yeah.
Like, okay, it's great.
Subvert expectations.
How'd you land on just sand inside of a monster? What the hell is that?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
She did just 3 times in a row.
Yeah. How the fuck did she know there was sand?
Wait, she just did the exact same move 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Well, she uses her hands as if her telekinesis, like she cut the shit.
It's still stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
see, that is a cool feat.
Like,
that is
for example,
cool feature design.
That's
she
a cool.
Use this to launch
it
herself,
cool.
and she could do it like this to cut the vines. Just because she uses her hands or arms, there's different. Arms move many different ways. You could cut them very different.
It's just it went off. There's so much potential
perfectly level sanded area inside of a monster. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why isn't this a struggle every time somebody gets eaten by monsters all the time and stuff, and they got to struggle through and get through the intestines, and then they beat them from the inside type of deal. Like, that happens in a ton of stuff, but you don't land on a perfectly level freaking sand area. This is ridiculous.
And Vecna just fucking plops too. He's just a total pussy in this.
Well, he was.
He's caught off guard.
His eyes are flipped up, and he's mentally somewhere else. I get that part.
I think I was holding out hope.
That part's not a problem. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's explained, but it's still a choice.
For a lot
it's
of
still a choice that makes him look weak in the final battle.
I don't know. They didn't do for. They've done it the whole series when he's connected like that. His eyes. He goes catatonic. His body's vulnerable.
I get that his eyes are. No, I get that. He doesn't have
they made him vulnerable. It's not something
that might be an
in the last episode.
All right, that's fair enough. But I still think. All right, here's the thing. I still like. If someone brought it up to me, it's kind of.
I'm not saying it's a plot hole. I'm saying it's a choice.
Everything's a choice.
Yes, and some are good and some are stupid. That's the point. Like, why make him look like a little bitch right as he's about to do the final fight?
Well, because he looks like a bitch during the whole final fight. Why does he have just convenient spikes to get impaled on too, just in his lair? Like, what other functions does that have? So he does this whole kaiju attack. The Demogorgons and but you could tell they were under the restriction. They're like the whole thing started with a single Demogorgon running around Hawkins. Now not a fucking one can be found on their homeland.
And you can't do the excuses like, all the Demogorgons were made for the Hive. We saw the Hive really early on the season, and we saw Demogorgons after that Hive was made. In the Abyss.
Where the fuck were they on paid leave? Where the fuck did they go? Like what?
Who knows?
If he's okay,
who knows?
Never mind.
I'm sure you have to watch another fucking play for the Demogorgon Vacation special. That was stupid. Like that was, and the more I'm thinking about it, because here's the thing: there was stuff I really liked about some of the characters, and I think the epilogue is the best part of the episode. But the road to get there was fucking rough, bro.
Yeah,
rough. Actually, when we talk about the Invincible comic series tomorrow, I felt similarly with Invincible, where Invincible has a really solid ending. But there's a point after issue 100 where it goes the best. Whoa! But it finishes on such a good note that all of that stuff.
Hey, I got somebody from my chat saying, personally, I think they made Vecna go. Oh, can you see mine too? Cool. Right. Personally, I think they made Vecna go out like a puss. That was a crap last fight. And I agree as well. Yeah.
Why is Joyce there, the one chopping his head off?
I thought that was nice because it was the mom doing it.
Full circle. Nice. Full circle.
Why was she there? Who
also,
like,
it was the same. I mean,
they had to give her something to do. She didn't do anything for a whole. She didn't do anything for a whole season.
Oh, that's the same act she had in season 1. So
whatever.
Yeah,
nice pull through.
Also, they let her drop the F-bomb. They, he got to drop the F-bomb.
Nice.
You fuck with the wrong family.
That was.
How many of them were actually related in that whole group? Like 3 of them.
It was nice seeing Mike actually doing something this episode. That was good again. Jonathan got totally cucked, bro. Like, what happened to this man? He was season 4 destroyed.
The only thing he
never smoke
Steve.
Weed. He's
That's
the
it.
best anti-weed PSA because the second he starts smoking weed, his character he loses his girlfriend. He loses his entire anything that's interesting.
He becomes useless.
He becomes a useless cuck.
He's so retarded. He moves to New York. Like, who would do that? Like,
well, to be fair, he's always been a film guy, and he moved to New York to go to film school.
And then what's the film that he does? It's anti-capitalism. It's anti-capitalism with cannibalism.
The consumer. That fit his character. His character's always been a fucking liberal.
The joke. It's like, wait, so are you saying that he's a future showrunner for Yellow Jackets?
I knew some filmmakers in the 80s, and they wrote that character
like
perfectly well.
I know that's the thing. It didn't feel super preachy because what I liked. One thing I will say about the show is, generally speaking, though, I think there were some hits, that roadblocks this season. I think generally speaking, it was fairly balanced in its characters.
Yeah.
However, that being said, there are certain things you could go, oh yeah, this is a bunch of people living in LA. Like, again, no one having guns in fucking middle America. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, what
in
about
the 80s?
I think we have to cover L's
Reaganomics.
You start looking at it, and like, there's way gayer characters than fucking
Will.
Than Will. Like, so many other characters are way gayer than him.
Buzz says 10 characters, 5 seasons, only 2 Asians in the entire show. I know they're Asian in the 80s. I know, I was there. Well, were they in Indiana though, Buzz?
Also, I feel like there was more than one black family in Hawkins.
Were you let out of the camps by then? Like,
wait a minute. There were very clearly Russians on the Asian part of Russia. There you go. Season 4.
Wait, what
There you
about
go.
there was the teacher.
They were
there
like
was
communists unite.
Wait, real
It's
quick.
like, what?
What happened to that? Because the teacher had an Asian girlfriend in season 1. What the fuck happened to her? I guess she just
Isn't that the same girl he was
Well,
banging in
I mean,
season
the
5?
scientist is getting some ass. Like,
no. I
seriously,
guess
that guy
he
gets
broke up with
around.
the Asian girl. I
Wait,
guess
I don't
The-
remember, man. It was 9
the
years
chick he
ago.
was with in season 5 was an Asian chick?
No,
I don't
she was
remember.
she was a white chick. He dumped
Okay.
her, I guess.
Racist. Wait, so are we
Yeah, I
talking
guess
about
so.
Elle's sacrifice?
Oh yeah, well, let's get into it.
I mean,
It's Schrodinger's sacrifice. She is both alive and dead.
Of course, they're in
depending on whether
Indiana.
or not they want to
No,
They did
let's-
laundry.
let's not even think about that yet. Let's just talk about the fact that she's like, I need to end this by dying. Do the powers continue now that Vecna's dead?
No, I think the point she's making, and again, I think it was poorly executed. I think the reason I liked the ending was because of the epilogue. But
Well,
it's
just
so
not the
poorly,
epilogue
it's
yet.
poorly
Let's-
communicated.
Let's talk
Because-
about
Yeah, no, I'm getting
her
to
reasoning of sacrifice, which
So
I'm
here's what I
still trying to
think.
make sense of.
because it was so poorly communicated. I think it's the idea that, okay, and maybe I'm wrong, but part of me is like, well, maybe Mike will never be able to have a normal life if they keep having to house 11, who's a government fugitive. But the counter argument to that
Sure.
would be they're all going to be
her father,
fugitives.
that's the sheriff, murdered some people in the military. But
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. So that doesn't work.
That's-
So that
no. And you know the upside down or the void or whatever the fuck it's called, that'll never ever potentially ever become a risk again. They'll never
Well,
ever need L ever again.
Callie got
So-
in her head that if she lives, that they can always open that door back up. And if she
and we're
kills
supposed
herself,
to feel bad
they
that Callie's
It's like,
dead.
how did the government
Callie
just
ruined
forgive
Elle's
all
life.
them?
There's no way she lived through this, and if she lived through this, then that's that's even worse writing. It's literally a dimension that just
Wait,
collapsed
who
in on
lived?
itself.
Callie? Oh,
Well,
okay. So I
But
don't
no,
know if y'all-
we can get to that point because that would even
did y'all
be more
pick up
retarded
that
shit.
the L they were seeing was Callie's vision as she dies?
well,
That was Callie
that's why-
projecting
that's
that
why I made the
to-
joke. I made
Well,
the
they made
joke
that very
when I
obvious
was watching
later
it.
on. Okay,
It was
okay,
like,
okay.
Yeah, they made it
that was
obvious.
literally
But it's
stated.
like, is it?
Okay.
Is it though? And it's like, well, maybe they just did an illusion. And
Well,
it's like,
that was my
would
first
make
thought.
less sense.
That was my
There's no
first
way
thought
that she-
because
She
'cause
was
when the van
bleeding
gets
out, was using
through-
her powers like that.
that was my first thought. It was her because when the van gets through and they open the gate, open the door, Elle's not in there, but no one opened, and Mike was sitting next to her, so Elle didn't get out while they were driving. My first thought was like, Callie's still alive and she's doing this.
That would be so stupid.
Callie was still alive when
how
when
long
she
had she been
died.
doing this image projection for?
Only,
Exactly,
only like
Like
she
she's
started
just bleeding
projecting
out
at
the
the
whole
end.
time, and she's got this image, and we know that it strains them, and we know that it causes them to bleed more.
And
Well,
she was so strong
also,
that she was able to project like a world-ending event.
And part of
No.
part of it,
Here's the other thing.
No.
though.
The only part that was Callie was Elle. The
They
rest
weren't
was still
expecting the
happening.
military to be there with the
The rest was
They
still
weren't expecting
happening.
They
okay,
were
so
expected to just, like,
there's
come
the
out.
insinuation too when they're like, "Oh yeah, Elle couldn't have done whatever because of the silencing thing." It's like, so wouldn't that also have been affecting her? I don't get it.
Callie was
It's-
all the way
Silencing
back
thing?
in the lab. Callie was all
Yeah.
the way back in
She was still in the upside down.
So she was doing more visual projection than we ever seen her do ever before.
Okay, I'm gonna connect this to something I fucking hate. The Last Jedi.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
Oh my god!
I
No.
fucking
Remember I
hate
brought up
that
the
so
Last
much.
Jedi before
No.
about
When Luke
Dude,
projected across fucking the
If you-
galaxy.
If you could
Fuck
make us
that.
dislike this episode even more, you just did it. Like,
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Congratulations. You just went full retard. Never go full
You just-
retard.
you just sealed
Sorry,
your
I don't like
argument.
saying that word, but it's fitting.
Yeah, and then it's yeah, no, and then so like,
Darnell
what was-
might as well just put on like blackface live right now. What are you doing? Dude? Like,
Oh my god.
so it's like
That's your tell
So
that
we
Darnell
all
don't need
agree.
to feel him.
we all agree it was Elle fighting Vecna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then what place to point is she replaced with the illusion?
No.
Probably like after like it was probably like
When-
the eggs of the
Elle
When they
probably was like
actually got
connected to her mental. Was like, okay, now do it now.
So she's like,
I'm
hey,
out.
while you're bleeding out here, just chill there.
Well, also
make sure.
Jennifer
Let's get
Roberts
this fight. Let's get this fight done quickly.
Well, Callie told her. She said your story is in here, and they probably came with a plan right then and there.
Well,
but how did she know? Like that?
In the same episode, it shows Vecna break through the illusion, like he can just do it, and so he knows that that's a possibility. But it's like I guess maybe he knows that the other one died, but he doesn't know because the soldiers are the ones that killed him or killed her. Not so. It's like what are you talking about? Like
what? The more I think about the logistics of this plan, the less. So okay, so she gets shot. She's like, hey, you're gonna pretend I'm all right. Like, Hopper's not gonna check my corpse, right? He's just gonna because there's a scene cut, right? Like after she's dead. So Hopper's not gonna check her. So Eleven's gonna be she's dead, and he'll just be like, okay, and then they'll leave. And then she's gonna just stay there. Okay, you're gonna bleed out for.
And Murray's there the entire time, by the way.
Correct.
Murray is like at that place the entire day
on the roof.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, you're going to take about this long. All right. Let's say the fight will take about this long. We're going to assume that the amount of time it takes you to bleed out is however long the fight takes. We're going to assume it's going to be pretty quick, and that this character we built up for seasons is going to be a total pussy, which he ended up being. We're going to assume that we can find him immediately as soon as we get up there. Keep in mind, there's an entire realm up there, so they walk right up to Vecna. For all they know, they could have been walking around forever. The logistics of this plan for everything to align is so fucking insane. There's no fucking way.
More thought into it than they did.
Okay, and then also, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I'm losing it. Well, I'll come back to it.
Why not just have 11 die in battle?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Why have Elle die? What a stupid decision. We spend 5 seasons all dedicated to save the girl. Who's the girl? Elle. What happens at the end?
In her and Mike's relationship.
Series? They don't save the girl. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. And why? Because she's like, oh, I want to sacrifice myself so the government won't come for us, even though you guys have been spending the entire 5 seasons trying to protect me. I'm just going to say, screw that. We're going to waste all that time.
Well, that's what I think. I think the story Mike told it in was what Elle told him what she's going to do. She's still alive. She made it through, and that's when she pulled him into like the little mine thing. She told him she finally convinced him, you have to let me go. I'm still here.
Again, we're writing fan fiction to explain away poor decisions.
I think that's exactly what happened.
I mean, you can think that all you want, but at the end of the day, you're making up story to justify to fill a plot hole.
Yeah, I think that takes such a logic leap to try to have his explanation of that doing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, even so, what's the point? Because then you even got to say, like I said, Hopper killed a bunch of fucking military people.
Yeah, that was shocked to me when I'm like, wow, he really just went full against. Because he's never killed American military people, has he?
Is it out of the realm?
I would believe he did it, but you don't do that without repercussions.
Is it out of the realm of believability for this shit to go down? And the military was like, fuck it. Let's say nothing happened. We're going to fucking turn our tail and walk away.
Why don't you say that?
We didn't do anything.
To be fair, all the people who could potentially report on that crime is dead. The crime scene itself literally does not exist anymore. If a tree falls in the wood and there's nobody there to witness it, did the tree actually fall?
They all died in the upside down, like the warped area.
Oh, true.
And the guy was already rogue, and the soldier was already going rogue.
Like, and I think Linda Hamilton was rogue as well.
But
that's another reason that the government covered it all up.
Why are they not?
Well, it's like
still
it could be like
her,
a black ops. It could be a black ops thing too. Where
they would
like, hey.
They would still be looking for her though, with the logic, because they know that they had an illusion. But why would they just be like, oh, we saw her die, so that's it? What about that Cali girl? Like, they'd still be looking for them. So it's just like. So what
fair enough.
Well, they want to be looking for them. They don't have access.
They don't have stupid. It was so.
It was dumb. Yeah, it's dumb.
Fair enough.
Try to make it make sense.
Every one of those people should have been arrested.
Everything disappeared.
Or conspiracy.
Everything disappeared. Everything disappeared.
But epilogue was only 2 years. They could have pulled back, licked their wounds, and come back 10 years later to find it. 18 months. They could have come. So we just saw it happen 18 months later. Do we know if they went back and tried 5 years later, 10 years later? It may have happened.
What's going on?
Yeah, okay,
they're
this
very
is
clearly
part of
gonna
what
do a
doesn't
Stranger
make
Things
sense.
in '95. They're very clearly going to do a '90s Stranger Things.
So
in
the
like 5
sonic
years.
blast weapon,
I think so
he was
too.
like, oh wait, Elle couldn't have used powers then because of being blocked out by the sonic wave, right? Which means that she wouldn't have been able to mentally connect to him. That's what he's thinking, right? But I'm like, but in the same sense, then, I guess then the illusions.
Well, then we got to go to become
cast.
acoustic engineers to be like, how far away and like what? Because like she
the
goes
whole
through that door.
the
Wait,
finale
wait,
falls
no, she
apart
was-
when you use logic.
She was supposed to be walking through that area invisible with those sound things going on.
Well, Callie was the one doing that, so I could see.
No.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
invisible. No. Callie was casting invisibility on her as she walked into her.
Yes,
but she walked through the sound thing.
Well, Callie also wasn't. Callie wasn't near. Callie wasn't near.
Magic. It interrupts the caster.
I get
right.
Callie wasn't. No.
Yeah.
So Elle's by the gate. They're saying Callie cast invisibility on Elle as she went through the gate and then walked into a secret compartment that they had
so
planned.
convoluted.
It's so convoluted.
Yeah.
It makes sense as like a cope.
I don't know. I had no problem with that.
I get that as a cope, but there's no way I think it's legit.
But to end the series on a cope is kind of a weird
bullshit.
It's incorporated. It's a corporate
like I was saying
mandated
earlier,
TV.
the series,
They're leaving
the
the door
series
open
ends.
to bring her back.
The series ends as like a sitcom ending, where it's like everyone has a happy ending. Everybody does this. Everybody.
Movies ended that way in the 80s. That was
I like that.
For.
I just don't think.
Why can't we just have a Bob Newhart style ending where we all where Will wakes up?
It's autistic kid playing with a snow globe.
Everything from episode like Will said, everything from episode 2
St. Elmo's Fire
onward has just been a dream.
The logic is whatever the writers want to be.
Like imagine
it's been
imagine
10 years.
That would have pissed me off. That would have pissed me off. That would have pissed me off.
It's 10 years to the point like even like Universal made like theme things of where it's all horror based, so it's like a horror fucking based thing. But at the same time, let's end it on this happy go lucky bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Like I'm sorry. Like get out of here with that. Where it's like let's just accept this. No, for 10 years you let us on. This is a horror thing. It's like horror with a little bit of.
I disagree. I knew there was always going to be a happy ending. That felt in character.
Well, there's going to be. I would say I would want it to be a heroic ending. A heroic ending would have been cool.
Bittersweet at best. Bittersweet.
With a horror theme behind it, sure, that would have been fine. But
no,
they ended it like a freaking sitcom.
Keep going.
And they ended it like they ended it just like, we'll have better days. Like get the fuck like the songs and shit.
They got married. We're setting up their spinoff.
I think that the feel good stuff.
Dale in the comments says, was it horror? Yeah, to the point where, like I said, even they added it to the horror nights because they considered it horror. Like so, the general public considered it horror. Yes. Was it? Yeah, it was definitely like a weaker version of horror. It was that the Defer's fault that the
public considered it horror? It's not their fault. Maybe they didn't
make it
horror.
Dude, all this is their fault.
I care though. I think it was
there are people in season 4 who rise up and we see their arms go around, blood coming from their eyes. There are people getting
horror elements
by mutant animals. That have a flower petal. This is fucking horror. This is fucking horror.
Yeah, there was no horror element.
No, it has horror elements. That doesn't make it. There's horror elements in a lot of things that isn't. Also, horror can have happier endings too. I don't know, like the idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Stranger Things is always mixed.
Okay, so in the 80s, lots of things ended with happy endings. It's only been since then that people have been like, I hate happy endings, so everything has a shitty ending. Has a bad ending now. They brought it back to the 80s where everything had happy ending.
You could have still done it with a freaking this could have been a happy ending just in a better version. Like
agreed.
Is anyone here going to argue that this was a perfect ending?
No,
absolutely not.
But I think the inherent where I'm going to push back heavily is the idea that it couldn't have been a happy ending or that a sitcom ending was bad for it. I disagree with that totally.
I think a sitcom ending was terrible. I think what they could have done with it.
I know that. I'm saying I just disagree.
I think this is going to go down within like 10 years from now. You're going to look back on something like this and be like, that was a terrible ending to a show that lasted 10 years and you wanted like.
Yeah, but I think that
it's almost
I
10
think Elle
years.
should have lived.
Yeah, Dale's right. She did live.
Well, she kind of did
in the shittiest way possible.
What they did, they gave us they kind of gave us multiple endings at the end there because it's like, did she or did she not? They almost gave us that Sopranos thing where it's just like, hey,
I think
boom.
So what's
you're reminding
me. What's the point of not telling anyone about your plan?
When Mike told the other kids at the table, here's the ending I shouldn't be telling you. I think that is what happened.
I think so too.
That is what happened.
Because they want to make money.
That's fair to think. I still think it's so beyond stupid. Not you guys for thinking that, but the writers for writing that, because I'm like, again, what's the point of keeping that a secret? Like, you could have told them. Like, I would have been way more accepting if it was.
I would have told my friends too. Yeah.
If one person, Mike, if Mike was like,
open.
And then they reveal this, and then she walked in or something like that. That would have been better. But again,
they leave it open.
Still have the logic issues with like the fucking she's bleeding out and casting illusion from fucking The Last Jedi. Like what the
how many movies though did the characters get shot, stabbed, or whatever, and they bled out for 35-40 minutes while everything else happened? It's happened in quite a few movies, and people don't bitch about it in those things.
So it's happened in
people don't complain about it in those things, but they complain about it.
It wasn't a 10-year event. Like, and we absolutely do complain about that. But
I'm not saying you specifically. I'm just saying.
Look, I'm saying more like, look, what they left it open for is because at the end, obviously, Holly takes over the game, and now that leaves it open for a spinoff, which also the spinoff leaves. Hey, if we have a really bad situation, all of a sudden, Elle can come in as a savior, and just be like, ta-da, magic, and all.
If that's the case, why have to fake out death anyway?
Even so, what about like freaking Will? Will's not. He has powers.
Will's getting his butt drilled in New York. Like Will's in New York at the gate.
Yeah, but the military's not going to investigate Will and try to like pry him.
There's a reason he's crying on the roof. It's because he just got railed by his boyfriend. Like,
well, this is another thing with Will too. Is
Will going to get AIDS? Like this is during the AIDS era.
One time
everyone has AIDS.
I saw. Is he going to meet? Oh shit! Who's the cannibal?
Jeffrey Dahmer is there. So this is one of the things that I wanted to point out too. Is okay. They never address are Will's powers still there? Vecna's gone.
That's a spinoff. Right? Will Dahmer.
No, oh god! But Will's like so. Is the Vecna? Does he still have powers? Because he was
That's
always
a good question. Yeah.
Vecna's. Does he deal with withdrawal? The fact that it's gone? Is he glad that it's gone? We don't have time to talk about that.
Hey, what about
I think it's gone. Because his powers,
I think it is too.
Dwayne Johnson wasn't in this.
Will's powers is always from reverse engineering the connection he had with Vecna. 11's powers come from herself. Like her powers are innate.
Yeah, like they activated in her. Yeah,
are basically it's like the crap, where they're all leeching off that one witch.
No, they had to use
basically
the only power Will has left is like he makes people's jeans go from their waist to their ankles. And then he just consumes.
Wait.
It's crazy.
It's important to note nobody has powers on their own. It all comes
except 11.
No,
yeah, except 11.
No, it came from her mom. Like during
it comes from the blood of
Vecna.
It comes from what's his
it
name?
all comes from that. So in that sense, like Will was directly in contact. What about all those other kids? Like they have no idea. So it's like again, you think why would you think the investigation is going to stop because you're gone? Like you have.
They didn't
all
say
these
it
other
did
kids.
stop.
No, why would you sacrifice
logic, all the kids,
what's the logic to trying to sacrifice yourself?
Because you have to understand, Bazo. So 11 knew that when she died, it would be so tragic that there would be a time skip cut where we would explain away everything. Because she talked to the Duffer Brothers, and they said, "Hey, we need a time skip," and they were like. She was like, okay, and then Addie goes, no, but we have to kill you off, otherwise it'll see me.
The only one really crying at 11's death is Millie Bobby Brown, plastic surgeon, because he realizes he can't do any more fillers on her face.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I was sometimes.
Like, how can I make this 22-year-old look fucking 45, more 45? Like, Jesus, like,
dude, I was there. At first, I was like, "What?" She didn't, and then I was like, "The more shots." There were certain shots where she looked good, and others where I was like, "Oh God."
Yeah.
Oh, you know who's the worst with that was Robin, whatever her name is. Like
Maya Hawke.
She looked haggard as hell, and then on the last episode, like when she goes to the DJ booth again, it's like, oh, you look like probably your age, which is I don't know, 26 or 27, but it's like, oh, you looked normal again. But man, she was looking rough.
I gotta
Jesus. She was looking like she was like 40 or 50 years old in some of those shots.
Nick, hold on.
I gotta head out.
Bye, Bud.
Sign up for RevelationStudios.com. Project Come Along.
See you later, buddy.
I think I properly dissected this and factually proved how trash it is.
Yeah, I really my opinion has changed dramatically. I was
also
so good this morning.
Completely embarrassed you for having such a terrible decision. And
Fat Sauce destroyed Vaughn with facts and logic.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is your outro.
that was more horrifying than the ending of fucking season.
Dude, hang on, I gotta pull up my AI prompt. I want to see if I still have it saved. No, I closed the app, but it was so I wanted him because he obviously has the short bus and then he has the photo of him like this. So I just did the photo of that. I said make him the short bus and give him a retard helmet. Then they did that and put it in Grok, and then I sent that picture back to Grok and I said now make him dance like he's retarded in a bus that's currently moving and he's flailing around and smiling, and he did. That's what they came up with.
I think that the blood changed Levin's DNA, which is why she still has her powers.
And what is the plastic surgery explanation?
I think the blood.
Why does her face change?
The blood makes her more powerful than Will, but since Will was the first one taken, like he's the.
But wait. Will was taken after Elle was. Will was taken after Elle was experimented on for years.
True. Well, sure.
Yeah,
sure,
like
sure.
that whole.
But,
Also,
like, they made the whole thing. They made the whole thing about like, oh, I built the tunnels. So he was like, so he built the tunnels from one world to another. But no, all he did was actually build the tunnels underneath, right? Yeah. So what fucking tunnels was like? Why does that fucking matter if there's just an opposite world? So he built the tunnels for them to get to that. The whole other world is actually going to crash into them anyways. Who gives a shit?
No.
If you're going to build the tunnels,
he remote desktoped it into Will's operating system.
Yeah,
and it operated excavator.exe. Like basically, he gave Will. Like,
why build the tunnels if you're just going to crash that reality into the?
I think the tunnels was planned. I think the tunnels were plan B, and crashing the worlds was a plan.
The tunnels was a Venom story idea, basically.
Well, it comes down to what Vaughn
like he tried merging.
These people
merging.
Didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They didn't know. They had
I don't
no
think
plan.
So. I think
they had
no. None of the other kids were gay enough to tap into the powers like Will did.
So I told us to Mrs. Squiggle a few minutes ago. She said the same thing. They didn't have a. I don't think they had a plan. I said no. I believe they did. I believe they did have a plan. Because and if anybody's been in a fight,
they changed several times.
Things have had to. Like, I think the skeletal part of the plan stay the same. They have to change details because everybody's a plan to get punched in the face, and in which every plan gets punched in the face, no matter what.
No, I get that.
You got to change the plan,
and you got to change the plan.
The plan stays the same. You got to change the details.
Yeah, right. 100%. You just sometimes got to do better than this.
Look, I'm not saying they're smart. I'm not saying they're intelligent. They did. I think they did the best. I
don't just lay on the
floor. I think they did the best they could with what they had. We're all smarter. Hold on. We're all smarter, and they should have done this. I'm going to refer back to people and cops.
They did the best they could.
The cops should have done this. The cops should have done that.
$400 million. Produce this season.
Hold on, Darnell. Wait. Everyone says a cop should have done this, should have done that. Hindsight's 2020. Armchair quarterbacking. You're smarter than the person that did it. It's all the time. I think they did the best they could with what they had. I have my opinions of how it should have gone.
Why is this even shit?
I have it because hindsight's 2020. How many plans you've had for comics, Vaughn, that you've later realized was shit, but in the moment was the best thing you.
Well, but how many of those have I published?
Pick apart the script. Why didn't somebody in the writer's room like say, "Hey, that idea, it's kind of shit."
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't think it was shit at the time. But Vaughn, I'm glad you said that.
Nobody said
that. Had you had the opportunity to make the comic at the time, I think you would have done it.
Right, of course, but I also wouldn't have been paid millions by Netflix.
You don't. No. You can't say that. Let's say you have.
No, they have more. They have more money than Marvel movies.
Here's the problem: they have done better.
$400 million.
We have seen this team.
They did before, right?
4 times.
Okay, name me people who have done something amazing, and everything they put out has been amazing.
It didn't have to be amazing.
Okay.
I don't hate this
season. Name me someone who's done one thing, or a group of people, and then everything they've put out has been as good. No one.
Okay, here's the thing: Breaking Bad is amazing from episode 1 to the last episode. We're not picking apart how bad Breaking Bad is.
I think it's subjective. Because I think the show's shit. I think the show's shit.
Writers. They are shit writers, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
That is shit.
I hate Breaking Bad. I don't like it.
Why?
Well, that explains everything. Honestly, that explains everything.
I don't like shows.
I think that's more on you than everybody else. Like,
well, I want to say that earlier. Every complaint all of us have had is a subjective complaint.
But you don't see like
of course
or Better Call Saul. He did it twice. He created 2 perfect shows, and Better Call Saul literally slotted into Breaking Bad perfectly.
So was there no bad episodes at all?
He didn't have no bad
episodes?
Himself.
Was there any bad episodes?
Oh, sure. There's some episodes.
But wait,
there's not entire bad seasons.
But why was a bad episode put out?
Ended beautifully. Like Better Call Saul didn't ruin Breaking Bad when it ended.
Their worst episode doesn't throw plot holes into everything.
Okay, you're right. But hold on, follow me here.
Dude, the chat is turning.
I don't care the chat. I stand by how I feel. So
all right,
because
I'm going to back to the short bus.
Because the guy had access to the Better Call Saul guy and the Breaking Bad guy, because he had access to all the shit he had, he should have put out no bad episodes. Right?
We're not just talking about a single bad episode. We're talking about bad seasons.
We are. But
you realize like the bad episodes are like a 7.8 out of 10. Like that's
the worst episode of Breaking Bad. The worst episode of Breaking Bad.
I'm telling you, like it's
Better
still
Saul,
good. It's still good,
better,
but it's
than the best Stranger Things episode.
The worst episode of some of these shows you're trying to talk about is still better than
my point is, but
these have ever done.
But okay, that's subjective. What I'm trying to get you to look at is look at this. Hold on, look at this. Your argument was that they have all this money from Netflix and everything should have been good. These shows you mentioned don't have all good episodes. Just because you have access to it means good.
You're doing it.
But they don't have the. They also don't have the money that Netflix did. So,
but they did have money. They had A&E money.
Immediately falls apart.
Had A&E money, which is fucking a lot of money.
Remember, Breaking Bad was on the same network as The Walking Dead. Okay.
Your argument falls apart. Like,
no, it doesn't.
Are there bad episodes? Yeah. Moving the goalpost. Yes, moving the goalpost.
No, what? Okay, I wasn't trying to use that as a metric as like moving a goalpost. What I was trying to get you to see was just because they have the money doesn't mean everything is going to be good. I'm not saying you have to take it. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you have to take it.
Your penultimate episode and your finale, that's a bad fucking season.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul
finale.
Like,
it's just
like
bad.
Okay, they might have one or two.
I don't find it's a bad finale. They had bad elements, bad moments. Absolutely, there's things that I think were fucking stupid choices.
Bad seasons,
but
it has bad seasons. It has a bad finale. Like for example, Game of Thrones. Everyone, like you show a person episode Game of Thrones season 1, they will marvel at how good it is.
5 seasons of like perfection.
I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is y'all use the metric that they have access to money. It shouldn't have been bad. You can't use that as a metric as a base for what should have been. No. Well, they had good writers. They must have good writers if they had 4 good seasons.
For it being bad. It comes down to them as showrunners.
And I'm trying to connect it back to is I was telling Vaughn, Vaughn, we've all had ideas for shit, for comics or whatever we want to put out. How we had the money and had the chance to put out then and there, we would put it out. It was shit, but we would have done it.
I understand it.
When you have money, you tend to put out a bad product.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. You're proving our point. The Duffer Brothers.
And you're saying if you had the money to do it, you would just produce shit.
No, time out. You're missing we're arguing the wrong points. No, what you're saying implicitly by saying that is that you admit that this isn't good.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is hindsight's 2020, and we can sit here and pick it apart till blue in the face, and we're going to. We are.
Nobody's picking apart about Breaking
Bad.
Hold
on, shut up. He's finishing. He's finishing. What we said?
That we could say it was shit, but at the time it was done, it could have been a good idea.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
You saying that now with time to chew on and digest it.
There is going to be no 10 years later. Oh my God, Stranger Things season 5. We were wrong about it.
Did I say it's going to happen?
That's what you're implying.
Vaughn is a literal example of what you're just talking about, because he went out and said, hey, this is good. And then all of a sudden he started actually hearing people talk about it. And now he's saying, actually, this is kind of shit. So
he's hearing 3 voices
on it. Praise on 10 years.
Hold on.
And digesting it for like just a couple hours. He was like, actually, no, that was terrible. He only had a few hours. You're talking about
I don't think it's terrible. I think there's elements of it that are terrible.
But
I went from loving it.
I'm proving Darnell wrong in this. Where
no, you're not.
It took you a few hours to realize, hey, actually, there's a lot wrong here. Wait till years happen and everybody points out everything.
Here's
how many years on are we for Game of Thrones ending?
It's gonna be so much worse.
This right here is how you're wrong. This whole show has been people talking over each other. 3 people agreeing to feeling one way, one person feeling the other. No.
From bad seasons to bad episodes, and now we're bad. I love
Syfaxx.
it.
No, Syfaxx. You have a point. You're right. But this show has also been 4 people talking over each other.
Yeah, that's
why. And listening to talk, myself included, listening to talk, not listening to listen. All 5 of us have done that.
I'm listening.
All 5 of us have done that. We have.
Yeah, I've done it. We've also
Daniel continually moving the goalpost. That's what I'm hearing.
Darnell. It's Darnell.
What the fuck? I generally agree with everything you fucking say because we think alike a lot.
No, I'm saying. I do think correcting him because he called you Daniel. So I just said it's Darnell.
This, and look, I'm not knocking Vaughn, but what I'm about to say, but
I need to learn to fucking say that. I guess.
This show, this particular episode has had no structure to it. It's 4 of us or 5 of us talking over each other.
No, I agree. I should have done this, but I should have done this better. I agree.
No. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying it's easy to stamp out the one voice when there's 4 talking over each other.
We're letting you talk.
Dude, you just interrupted him to say we're letting you talk, Nick.
And I've also said we're listening to talk, not listening to listen.
Yeah, no,
I literally stopped.
Me and myself included.
Hold on, I literally stopped the show earlier to say, "Hey, tell us what you liked about it."
You did, but listen to the last thing I said. You listening to talk. You're listening to get my point across.
Because it's a conversation.
To talk your point. It is, and you can.
I stopped to listen to you though. Like we stopped.
But you listened to let me say.
All right, Darnell, I was on your side. Darnell, I was on your side, but you keep moving the goalposts, my brother.
How am I moving the goalposts?
You do because I said it. I move.
So you're getting the exact same thing, brother.
All right, well, hold on. All right, so let's talk about this. All right, let's just remove all the behind the scenes stuff. Let's talk about the art, just the show itself. Okay. Can we agree that this final episode that final conflict with Vecna could have been better, and that it could have been handled like it could have been longer? There should have been more time dedicated to, okay, what does this right side up world look like? What is it? How does the ecosystem work? Where do the Demogorgons fit in? Can we extend the fight? Can we answer some of our questions about the military questions? Can we all agree these are important things?
Yeah.
Okay, now can we agree that there was some stuff that those things are more important than some of the plot points that were added in there? Like, okay, we enjoyed dipshit Derek, whatever. I would have happily thrown him to the wolves in favor of getting those questions answered. Sorry, love you, buddy. I hope your career is long and
He should have never been in it. But
I agree.
I would remove
That
18
entire-
to 20 of those fucking plans that they kept showing us.
Dude, yeah, all of them
that.
that go to nothing. How about you
Yeah.
start literally if you started the season with like, let's say within the end of episode 1, we get this information, and the other 7 episodes are dedicated to trekking through the Upside Down to up here, and that was the whole season. That would have been a better season.
Agreed. That's what I thought the season was going to be.
But instead they fucked around for 7 episodes.
Yeah.
And they found out.
No, they didn't find out. They did not find out because we don't have.
That's what we're arguing about. They
Find
didn't.
out.
So you thought the season was going to be one thing and you got something else, but you're still happy with it.
It wasn't as bad as it could have been. So I was happy for what I
But it wasn't as good as it could have been either.
Was
So
it what I wanted? No, but what I got wasn't that bad. So I'm not gonna say it was good.
Even my joke about like, hey, you settled for mediocrity, is that actually correct then? Like,
I guess it could be.
It was a joke, but
I
at
guess
the
it
same
could
time,
be.
it sounds like you settled for mediocrity. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I guess it could
I
be. Yeah.
kind of did too. Listen, sometimes you have to accept things for what they are and go, okay, move on.
Hey, look,
I watched it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I'm probably never gonna watch it again.
Well, that was my other question. That was my other question that I wanted to ask to the panel. Is like, would you ever watch this series again? Would you put this on in the background?
I would.
I'd watch season 1 again. I'd watch season 1.
I've watched
season 1. Well, because the big debate, at least in where my channel's at and everything, or like the people that I hang around with, is like, look, it's like, so season 1 of Stranger Things versus, not just the first season, like all of Stranger Things versus just season 1 of Welcome to Derry, because people who have actually watched Welcome to Derry love Welcome to Derry. People who've actually watched it, they're like, hey, all this adds up, everything actually connects, it's pretty cool, like whatever. And they really like that, but it's like, well, you only have 1 season versus now 5.
Yeah,
but
you can't compare the two.
You can't compare it on that, like 1 season versus 5, but it's like season 1 versus season 1. I would say Stranger Things still takes the cake. Like Stranger Things season 1.
It's a spin-off of a movie.
Exactly. So you have context behind it already. There is things there that do that, plus a book and all this other stuff.
And it connects to the greater Stephen King lore, like there's a guy from The Shining.
If you've read the
give it time, they're gonna fuck that up too. Give it time.
Well, exactly.
They're gonna fuck it up too.
I was like, they could fuck that up. As of now, though, I would still say Stranger Things season 1 beats season 1 of Derry by a small margin. You're looking at like a 9.5 versus like a 9.0.
Okay.
Let me put something else in the mix. So Westworld, okay, Westworld season 1.
Oh, season
amazing.
1 is like perfection. Yeah.
The rest of like season 2 is kind of okay. The rest of it's just whatever.
It's trash.
But season 1, season 1 is amazing. How would you compare season 1 of Westworld to like Welcome to Derry and Stranger Things season 1? Like, I feel like Westworld kind of deserves to be in the conversation.
Well, those are different series. They're different series and different concepts. That's why Stranger Things and Derry are easy to compare, because they're both that kind of 80s nostalgia feel with horror elements, with like the kids and stuff like that. So they're very similar. They're kind of very they're very succinct to where you can
agree with your reasoning.
Which one did it better? Westworld.
I was coming at it from a point of like. Great season 1.
Okay, that's I understand people say that, but
you're reading
that's a subjective thing. And hear me, follow me here.
For me,
no, yes, but just hold on. Listen to what I'm saying, not listen to talk to say I'm wrong. Just listen, okay? That's what phrase meant. To compare different shows, which one's better as a fine thing to do, but like which one did it better? You can't please everybody. You're never going to please everybody. I find Welcome to Derry is not as good as you say it was. It didn't hit what I expected. So to armchair quarterback and go hindsight, say this was shit. it wasn't what you wanted more than it was. Like it wasn't what I wanted, but it wasn't what you wanted here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you're also doing the same. You're doing the same subjective argument that you're claiming we're doing towards you, which is
yes, I am. I am.
All right, let's get back to this.
There's a difference between personal opinion and then also consensus. Like a lot of people
let
say,
him go. Let Vaughn go.
So here's the thing, because I think I let things kind of go off the rails a bit, just let you guys talk, and I think we went a bit too off the rails, much like Stranger Things season 5. Now,
good callback. Good callback.
No. I think one of the main problems, one of the main talking points that we need to get into with this whole thing, God, I really should cut these up, and I'll have to restructure these better so people don't talk to each other as much. But it's my fault and lack of direction. Going forward, I'll be better about it. But I think another thing I kind of want to touch on that I think it's important. So again, we agree with some of the structural problems. Let's talk about Linda Hamilton, right? Because I was just like, oh shoot, sweet, she's going to be a villain, and then she shows up. I'm like, oh, she's just kind of well, she'll do something cool in the next scene. I'm like, or 4 episodes in, maybe, and then she doesn't do anything of value. What a waste.
No, she doesn't. Yes.
The military, again, getting Vecna
literally
and the military
waste of money.
Were both so much more intimidating in season 4. Both of them.
I find they were doing something good the first half of the season with her in the military, but then they just dropped the fucking ball. They were building something in the first half of the season, and then didn't do shit with it.
Yeah, the military made no sense in any of the seasons. Like, I mean, it makes sense in the overall aspect of like, yes, the government would probably start overseeing some bullshit, and you would quarantine this area, but they didn't like expand on the idea of quarantine and the way that it would actually affect an area, because nobody else around them acted like they're quarantined. They just went on with their day. Mm-hmm. They weren't like, oh yeah,
they have one truck giving supplies. Okay,
now I'm gonna legit ask this question. You're looking at it at a now mentality or a back in the 80s where there was not this interconnectivity we have now and cameras everywhere.
But there's a radio station.
You know? We can.
There are holes. Yes, absolutely.
There are definitely.
I'm just saying.
We can pick apart. I think the questions are. I think ultimately, for the story we got, I think part of the problem with Stranger Things 5 is, again, it really felt like the focus was in the wrong places. And then towards the end, they were like, oh yeah, no, here's what we should focus on. But they didn't have enough. And that's, I think, the biggest problem with this season. It's kind of the problem with the podcast, admittedly, but the difference is I didn't have hundreds of millions of dollars in rewrites to get it. Is the focus of this season, man. It was also Nancy and Jonathan breaking up. Can we talk about that? They're together in real life.
The on proposal.
Still?
They're together in real. I'm pretty sure
they
were
together. Still, wow. Okay.
I think so.
I knew they were. I didn't know they still were.
Are they still?
Well, the show is over. Let's give them 6 months. Maybe they'll break up.
Well, to be fair, Kit Harington and Rose Leslie are still together, and that show ended years ago. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, if you watch Game of Thrones, you watch their scenes, and they have that kind of like fun chemistry.
But wait, you just said the show just ended. Game of Thrones ended years ago, and those couples still together.
Also, she got killed off like seasons beforehand.
Yeah, they're still dating. So this is what I don't understand. So they have a real life love story, and the fucking geniuses behind the show decided to break them up for literally no reason. That is such a beautiful love story. They met on the set of Stranger Things. They're together from beginning to end. And then they break up for what was the reason?
Like there's some malice there.
Honestly, they grew apart. They grew apart seasons ago, and they just kept staying together. Which a lot of marriages, a lot of marriages stay together out of duty around that time.
That's what I love in my Stranger Things show is I love the fucking we have selective realism, like when we have a happy couple that's been together since season 2 and they're together in real life.
Hours.
So weed ruins his relation. That was
also he was a heavy drinker.
I'm not defending the breakup. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
You know what's bad when even Daniel.
I think you're coping, Darnell. I think you agree.
No.
Yeah, good.
I wanted that breakup to happen sooner because it was season 4 when they were in California. I looked at my wife. I said, "This is not gonna last. It can't. It's dysfunctional."
Well, right, but it could have worked. That whole
They're very
thing. So the couple breaks up, and what? But what if they're gonna break up
sooner?
No. If it happens, okay. And what are they? Oh, so surely she'll get with. Oh, she won't get with Steve. Okay, well then maybe. So we're gonna do the worst possible ending where they don't end up together, and also nothing interesting. Oh, but worse that she's friends with both of her exes and the lesbian, and it's just like, what is this friend group? What the fuck? I like
what Dale said.
They should have written it. Oh wait, Nancy and Jonathan fought over gun rights. Oh, by the way, Nancy would be a Trump supporter. I'm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Wheelers are Republican. They voted Reagan, so
yeah.
Well then, look, I don't know.
Okay, this is gonna be really dark, but like, part of me kind of wants to see Nancy's reaction to Columbine. Part of me wants like.
I get where he's coming from, just out of curiosity. And her stance on guns.
It's a morbid thought. I'm sorry.
I would have written it to, but they should have written
I don't get it.
To not make you want to
I don't
not
get it.
want you.
Is this like one of those like Twitter posts that are like intentionally like badly spelled for engagement?
No. It's just butt sauce.
You need to say not once at a bot mate, not make you want to break them. Why? People break up in real life.
Yeah, if it's done right. But okay, what was the trade-off? So we get the happy couple we've been rooting for since season 2. We could have them rooting for their couples, but I'm going to say it. This is a modern cultural and media thing. Is couples in media and entertainment? Oh, we have a hiccup. Let's not fight to stay together. We just got to break it off.
But they fought for a while. Yeah, they fought for a while to stay together, and they just realized, they fought for
1.5 seasons. Wow.
To be fair, a big problem in their relationship is, okay, we have these foundational relationship issues, but the world is literally breaking between us. We don't have time for this. And it happens every year. Every time we're about to have a fight, the season finale comes. We got to fix this issue. We got to kill Vecna for the 15th time. We don't have time to work on our issues.
But the thing is,
they had time then.
No, they were a solid couple for the first 3 seasons. Season 4 is when he became a pothead and an irrelevant character.
Well, they didn't actually get together until.
Wait, I thought it was 3.
Season 2.
Season 2, they got together. Okay.
Yeah, season 2, yeah.
Yeah. She was still with Steve.
Oh, butt sauce coming in.
That's apples and fucking zebras, man.
Oh my God.
You're telling your friends one thing you think is going to be used against you in the final battle versus a cup.
Can someone make an AI image of Bud Sauce dunking Darnell?
It doesn't apply there.
Trauma bonding.
You're comparing 2 different things to that, though. Trauma. I think trauma bonding is why they stayed together as long as they did.
Also,
that couple, they were not a couple.
You want to know the most 2025 in the show about the 80s? That the most healthy and realistic couple to come out of this show is a black guy and a ginger.
That wasn't uncommon in the 80s.
Oh, it was. They wasted Max. They fucking wasted Max having in a fucking wheelchair doing nothing. That was dog shit.
Oh, yeah. No, they quite literally crippled her character. They quite literally crippled her character from season 4 to season 5 because she was the most interesting, and then she that actress got brought out from season 4 and really shined, and everybody all of a sudden that character and that actress became like the vocal point of like everybody's thing about Stranger Things. There's like she really brought out season 4 because how well, like that one scene with that dumbass song.
The greatest scene in the series is her running to the portal to that song. That's the greatest scene. They just milk the hell.
They just milk the hell out of it.
I think Eddie played Master Puppets.
That was such a.
That's the second best scene.
That's a great scene too, but overall, I think she stole it. Like they did that scene.
Agreed.
They did the Master Puppet scene, and then they did the running up the hill with Max and Sadie Sink, and she just killed it. She fucking owned that scene.
Okay, guys,
Even
when you watch
isolation,
that,
it hit
when
Hold
you
on,
watch that, you
Darnell,
just
what,
knew.
man?
real world. I gotta go. My Mrs. Quigley needs help with the kids. They are not
I love
cooperating.
you. I disagree with you a lot, but I love you.
Oh, I want to say something. I grew up in the 80s.
You're
I was a
wrong.
90s kid. I would dig my heels in for things that I maybe wasn't 100% behind just because everyone's against me. I might have done that here tonight.
I respect your passion.
And this is not a dig, Vaughn. This was like a last minute thing. I think a better structured way to discuss it, where there would have been more give on both sides, especially me.
Yeah.
But I do have to go. The kids, I do have one kid sick with the flu, so I got to go give her a hand. I would love to keep this going, but I got to go deal with this. So you see, there you go, right there.
It was great having you here, Darnell.
It was good. I would love to do this again.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I will talk to y'all soon.
Peace.
Take it easy, guys.
See you.
Peace.
I mean, to be fair, like against him in a way, it doesn't help that everybody else didn't like it. You're the one person, so yeah. If you're around 4 or 5 people,
I did like it, and then I was like, wait another minute.
Yeah, and we're not trying to argue against you
for being so passionate.
The more I analyze it, the less I. It was for give an example. The Chainsaw Man movie, the Reze arc. The more I thought, hang on, this didn't make sense. Oh no, it does. That does make sense. Every time I ask a question about
I was the same with Reze arc too. Actually, when it comes to that, like I was kind of like, that was just kind of.
I loved it. I liked it.
And then when I really thought about it, I was like,
it gets better.
I kind of really like it. Like it was a reverse osmosis type of thing where I was like, this is actually really fucking good. Like what the hell?
He's smoking copium. He's smoking copium.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's not good.
That's the other thing. Like, look, and I think a lot of us probably will agree on this. Whenever we do streams, whenever we're talking about either movies, TV shows, whatever, we're not trying to get you to agree with us. We're just trying to point out what we either like or dislike. And if what we dislike, whatever, possibly triggers something in you, that is like, wait a minute, actually, yeah, that is trash. Or hey, that is awesome. Great. Like maybe you'll come to our side on the agreement. That's fine. That's how arguments work. That's how talking about things work. It's simple as that. We're not like, hey, my way or the fucking highway over here. That's not how this works. Like we're just talking. That's it. And Darnell, like even if we talked to him for what we're going on almost a little over 2 hours, and he's like, hey, I still liked it. We're not going to change his mind because like what he liked about it resonated with him. Great.
And he's allowed to like it.
And even after talking to him, I still dislike this episode.
Honestly, I've thought about it. Because I wanted to like it more by the end of this, and it's having me.
I wanted to too, but it's like I was like, oh, maybe you guys.
I
can
feel
help
like
me
I
out
finished
here.
it just out of inertia. Like I've already spent so much time in this show. I don't hate it. I'm just gonna finish it just for the inertia, just to get it done with.
It's sad too because it's like I'm like, man, like, all right, we got all the all right, fine, we killed Vecna. Okay, now we get to the happy ending. Yay! I like the final note it ends on.
The Dustin graduation scene was great. That was great.
Yeah. And especially when that was a scene that gets better when you think about it because it's exactly what Eddie said he wanted to do.
Yeah,
but
also,
it's like
I like where Steve ended up. That is exactly where Steve would have ended up, in my opinion.
Just a gym or like a random teacher or whatever.
He's a high school coach. He's a high school coach.
But it's like when you think about endings or finales of TV shows that you feel beloved of, right? Like you're just like, dude, I could rewatch this all the time. I can rewatch this. What is this one that you're gonna look at where you're like,
I'm not sure.
No,
I think the last couple scenes
that ending really brings it together for me because it's like something.
It brings it together.
Like How I Met Your Mother. Like how I met. Like I've been seeing this argument brought up. Like How I Met Your Mother. It's like everybody hated that ending.
Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory had a good ending.
Well, Big Bang. Well, if you like that series, cool. That there's a lot of people who are in this community that
do not like it. You do not like Big Bang Theory, but it did have a good ending. It did tie the show together pretty well.
Well, it's a sitcom ending. It's like a sitcom,
but it's a sitcom.
Like
it's a
comedy.
Sitcom.
It's a sitcom.
It's a sitcom comedy.
Like, this is not a fucking sitcom. That's the thing. Where it's like,
hey,
you gave us a sitcom ending for a not sitcom show. and you want us to
This show
just
was never a
accept
sitcom. It
it.
could have sitcom elements,
Exactly.
but never sitcom.
Yeah, there's minor points here or there, but it's like this is not a sitcom, and that's where I think a lot of people are divided in, where it's like, wait a minute, it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess it works to a certain point, but does it work for the series as a whole?
It's like a horror suspense thriller kind of mashup.
Exactly. It's a sci-fi thriller horror type of thing, and it's like you gave us a sitcom ending. What the fuck is this? Like this is not the show you gave us. You gave us I'm being
like look at the ending of season 1 of Stranger Things.
Like if you have horror in there at all, don't give us sitcom ending. There's horror elements here. There should be
look
some
at the ending for season 1
that happen.
Season 1 of Stranger Things, I think, is a perfect example of ending well. Okay, so 11 kills the Demogorgon. Essentially, she merges with it. She's gone. You know, Steve and Nancy are together. Will's alive, and he coughs up a slug. You know, to where, oh, things are good, but oh, something's not right. He's coughing up slugs. You know, even in isolation, it's like even if the show would have ended right there, that still would have been a good ending.
Yeah, would have. I think the problem is like 4 was such a high note because like each season was fairly. It's like 2 could have been the ending. 3.
3 was the worst. I like 3, but it was the worst season.
It was you were seeing a decline, right? So 1 was the best, then 2, then 3. 4, we brought it right back up to a season 1 level with potential to surpass it. And for 5 to drop this hard is just kind of crazy. I think that's what bothers me.
It came out of nowhere because like
if we didn't have season 4, if we had gone from season 3 to this, I think it would have been more acceptable.
What's crazy about 5 is not only did it drop, but it's like, hey, we're going to give you longer episodes. We're going to give you more, technically.
Yes.
It's like the more you gave us, it was like, actually, I want less, which is crazy. Like,
well, you gave them more, but we focused on the wrong show.
When you watch a show, you want more out of it. Sure, of course. But when the more you give us is all the shit we don't want, like you realize, hey, I wanted less of any of this.
I love steak, but I also love it when you trim the fat off and it's just the lean meat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's well, it's the added shit that just didn't need the whole kidnapping the family thing. Okay, that was another thing. No consequences with that. The fuck was that?
Consequences for the military. Like literally the military is on your ass.
They do
like they conveniently cut. Like what happened 5 minutes after 11 died? We're like,
oh, they just said you're free to go. Yeah, this, you know what? Actually, I changed my mind.
Cut to 18 months later, everything's fine. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't need to see a bunch of court cases and a bunch of bullshit. And it's like, hey, we got it. But
also, like the military just left Hawkins, and now they're rebuilding. Hopper is police chief again for some reason.
It's the whole episode with the trap where they get the family.
That's what I was saying. It's like it's a sitcom ending where it's like everybody's happy and go lucky. Everything just.
They literally drugged the family. They drugged them.
They drugged them, and it's just nuts. They trauma bonded with the military.
Okay, is that literally just going to be the mean cop out of everything? It's like, what's wrong? Oh, they trauma bonded. So are you saying that Will trauma bonded with Vecna?
Vecna? That's what I was going to say. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. That's what happened. So the reason that the Demogorgons didn't fight back is they trauma bonded with the main character. It's just
and the reason that 11 died is that Mike didn't trauma bond enough with her.
It is not. And this is sad because I was so satisfied at the ending. The way it starts, I'm a big fan of storybook or of bookends. Like it starts them playing D&D in the basement, ends with them playing D&D in the basement, and he's passing it on to another generation. I'm sappy. I like that stuff. And
that I'm fine with, and I
understand
that's the way to pass the torch on to the next one. the problem with this series is like because it took 10 years and everything, it's like, 3 years from now we're gonna get like a bunch of teenage girls who are actually gonna be in their 20s. Like what are you talking about? Like because none of that's happening. Like,
well, I didn't even see it as a spinoff.
They've already announced the first spinoff.
Dude, what if they like single-handedly fucked over season 5, but they're like, but hey, it could get better. This show is made by sad, deranged people, and it's reflected in their art. Jesus, I don't know about that. I just think they fucked it up. I think they dropped.
Also, can we just say, like, Hopper dropping, like, oh, we're gonna go to Montauk or whatever you say it.
Montauk. Do you know what Project Montauk is?
That was the original name for the show.
I forgot about that.
That was the original name for the show.
That was just an Easter egg. I totally forgot. You're right. I did hear that. It was going to be called Project Montauk.
Yeah. So,
because that's what 11's experiments.
They're very clearly setting up a spinoff with Hopper and Joy.
Oh shit!
That's happening.
So this isn't even a real ending. Then fuck this. Sucks.
And then 11. It's very clearly like whether or not she's alive or dead depends on if they want to bring her back. If they want her to be dead, she can stay dead. If they want her to come back, she can come back. It is like the most corporate slop ending you could think of. Like,
I changed my mind. This ending fucking sucked. I'm sorry. I went from literally this morning. My exact post was, and I was totally authentic. My exact post was, Stranger Things may have one of the most satisfying endings I've ever seen in a series. I am so beyond happy that it finished strong. I remember watching this season 1 when it came out and telling everyone I knew to watch it. This series will be remembered as a classic. This was what? This was almost 12 hours ago. I'm a different man now.
Dale, here's the thing. They say that now, but then season 1 of the spinoff comes and it fails. What are they going to do? Oh, 11's coming back. Look, 11's coming back. Here, that'll boost up the ratings. Or Steve. Oh, look, Steve's coming. Here, member berries.
Yeah, there's no way they're not going to throw member berries. If they can't even. Yeah. They're doing member berries. No, there's no fucking way. What's going to happen is it's going to
work again.
Or what'll happen is it'll underperform. I was happy about the show because it has a really touching ending, but the road to fucking get there is just a goddamn mess. And also,
that's where they
Bobby again has literally never watched.
That's where they get you. Like I said, I keep saying it. It's a sitcom fucking ending. If you watch sitcom endings, they always have this happy-go-lucky fucking like everyone's doing well, everything's fine. Let's wrap it all up in a tight bow. But it's like that's not the show that we watched for the last 10 years. That's not the show we watched.
I disagree. I think
there's been characters who have died that we kind of like, Bob or whatever his name was.
Also, Barb. Justice for Barb.
Barb. Like where's all that? It's like no, there's
Dude,
characters who have literally died. They're willing to kill like side people or whatever that you end up liking or whatever. Like shit. I mean Eddie in season 4. Like that's a perfect example. If anything, it's like they're willing to kill that guy, but none of the main characters. Do we need characters to die? Absolutely not. But at the same time, if you're gonna do a show that happens to, I don't know, murk people out, I don't know, have the balls to do it.
All right,
for your main character.
They barely kill anyone off though in Stranger Things. Like you mentioned all these like minor ass characters.
I have a question for you.
There's never been a major character death.
Who should have died?
Eddie.
Who should have died?
Eddie was around for one season. He was introduced in season 4 and died by the end of season 4.
If they were going to kill somebody in season 5.
He was introduced.
Well, that's what
Eddie was
introduced saying. They don't kill any
purpose.
main characters.
They never have. So I don't know why people were expecting it.
Well, let's play this out then. Let's play this question out. If they're going to kill off a main character in season 5, who should have been? And I don't know. And I want to know
Mike.
No, I don't think. No, I don't care about that at all. I don't think they needed to kill anyone.
Will should have died.
They needed to fucking. They needed to fucking just do a better story.
Well,
better story.
Will they can't do it because they had that whole coming out scene. Like they're not.
They
gonna
don't
kill
do that. And they just kill him off anyway.
New introduced gay character. Well,
Yeah, that was
actually,
when they started making it.
Even
like
though we
main
all
thing.
knew he was gay, it would be like they're not going to kill him.
Yeah, even though he's newly gay, even though he's been gay at least
literally since
season
1, episode 1, because his mom literally called him that. Like, but okay.
Well, I think it was actually Hopper that said it, and then like he repeated it. I can't remember.
Well, she repeated what she's heard, but at the same time, it was very implied in fucking literally the first episode.
And it was implied, and there's like this conversation between Will and Mike where like he says something and like he just doesn't. He goes right up to the line, but doesn't cross it.
That's I think that's season 3 where he's like, "You don't even like girls." Like he says it. He says that line to him, and like I think it's season 3. He's like, "You don't even like girls. What the hell?" And it was like, so he's already aware of it.
If you're that
2 seasons ago, which in our timeline is 6 fucking years ago. Like 6 years ago, these characters are saying the thing that he had to come out about. It's like, get the fuck out of here. The only reason they did that scene is pandering. That's it. That's the only reason they did it.
Like, there's ways they could have made it work within the context of the show, like Vecna, like threatening and be like, "I'll tell everyone your secret," and he tells them that to get them off. Like, there's ways you could have made it work, but they didn't put in that effort, and that's the problem.
Hey, just for any random gay people out there, we all know you're gay. It's fine. You don't got to tell us. You don't got to come out in some dramatic fashion.
Well, it's okay.
It's fine. We already know.
Just do a secret, like talk about how you and your boyfriend are hanging out.
You're not hitting on our girlfriends. You're trying to hit on our boy, or like you're not.
You're trying to steal us from your boyfriend.
Again, a couple of my friends were gay growing up, and it wasn't. But here's the thing: I understand sometimes it may be a really difficult thing, but it's also this was the '80s, so I'm trying to be charitable. But the fact of the matter is, the pacing, the timing, everything, it just felt off.
The closet communities. Everything has to be a fucking community nowadays. Everything in the fucking
that Kanye cameo.
Who the fuck is in the closet? They're literally in our bathrooms half the time. What are you talking about? Like,
are the gays in the room with us right now?
I don't know, but
I was trying to reference Glorious Bastards.
I know. Are they in the room? Are they in the floorboards? No, I know.
Bad sauce is like, Vaughn, I know you gay. Hey, I met Vaughn. He didn't hit on me. I like
Vaughn is sitting on an industrial concrete vibrator right now. Vaughn, what's your response to these allegations?
It's fuck you. This is just a normal chair.
Wait, so you're saying you wanna fuck Ronald? Okay, there.
No, I don't. Ronald knows I would never fuck him. Even if I was gay, I still wouldn't fuck Ronald. Fuck.
Oh.
To be fair, that kind of reaction might be elicited by a gay man, but
all right.
I don't know. Sounds kind of gay to me.
It sounds a little gay.
Yeah. I mean, I just overall, man. I went this morning. I was like, wow, it finished strong. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, I didn't. Shit. So
the best way to throw out the allegations is to literally not respond to any of them. Or just
I should have thought about it further, but I just overall, man, like I think the way it ended with the main characters, also, all right, another thing too. Justin gets invited to this party by this cute chick. Man had learned no riz from Steve, by the way. That was fucking bullshit. He should have been smooth, but I understand modern writers cannot for the life of them. Why did he have more charisma going up to girls at the dance in season 2 than he did when a girl was blatantly?
By the way, that's the girl he asked to dance in that scene. Like literally, she's in that one scene, and they literally brought her back for this one scene.
That's great.
So that he could reject her and complete the story arc. Like, oh, he's such a badass. He's got the hot girl asking him, but he's so cool. He told her no. Oh.
He didn't tell her no though.
Oh, okay. He got cock blocked.
What he just said all the wrong lines. Whereas like, oh, I'm an awkward idiot. or like kind of deal.
And she's
What's
still,
this?
she's
It's like,
still,
just because
she's
you're
still-
awkward and
she's
you
still-
have movie knowledge, like don't get me wrong, like you can still have massive riz. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
men
it
aren't
helps.
allowed
I'm
to
a
have
fucking
confidence.
musician
with women.
and I'm tattooed.
And this
to
is
the
why
nines,
men
I mean,
today-
I've literally gotten laid by quoting Top
Life
Gun.
happens.
So
No, you literally. This is the problem with men today. We're the media today. They literally all of media is teaching men to not have confidence because every male role model has no fucking confidence.
It's not just confidence, but
don't
confidence
you know
in
confidence
any.
in men is toxic. It's
No,
toxic.
no, no. It's
masculinity.
not just confidence. It's confidence in whatever you know, whether it's geeky, whether it's fucking masculine type of shit that you do. It's like it doesn't matter. But whatever
don't
you're
you know, if you
knowledgeable,
know more than
Let him
whatever-
finish,
whatever-
Phoenix.
hold
Sorry,
on.
what was it?
Whatever you're knowledgeable in general, if you come off as like, hey, I know XYZ, like whatever you're knowledgeable in, like I said, like for me, it would be music, guitar, it'd be a bunch of whatever. And it's like, hey, if I show that and I explain that, and you come off as just passionate in whatever you're good at, that becomes your new confidence. That becomes your new fucking thing. So whatever you're passionate about, speak about it passionately, and then you will that oddly attracts people because hey, that shows you have drive, that shows you have spirit, that shows you have something you're aiming for. If you're just lackluster about whatever else that you have on your life, you're like, yeah, I go to work and I just do XYZ and I don't give a shit about it. You just seem like, yeah, I'm just making a paycheck, whatever. Like your job doesn't matter. It's what you're passionate about. Even your hobbies, even if they seem small or minor to you because you're just doing them so meticulously or minorly in your life, accentuate that in the way that you talk about them because obviously you care about them. Show what you care about to other people and watch how people respond to it, because when you're passionate about it, you'll be so surprised on how people respond to it, because more than likely they're going to respond with interest instead of neglect. Like they're not going to be like, oh, this guy likes anime. It's like, no, he fucking loves anime, and the way that he talks about it, even if it's something like that, you'd be surprised how many people are like, hey,
No, I agree.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But and if you happen to be like, hey, I'm a plumber, but it's like, dude, if you don't do this, if you don't do the piping right in this, and you have the right 45s, it doesn't matter what your fucking thing is.
She'll ask
Talk
you to
about
demonstrate
it
pipe.
passionately. I mean, don't talk about, hey, how you broke a pipe and all of a sudden a shitter broke on you. Don't talk about that. But it's like, hey, I fixed somebody's plumbing and I made their world better because I fucking did it right.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you
about
think
that
so many
part.
pornos?
Talk about
start with
that
plumbers?
part.
But anyway, Mike, fucking worst wingman ever, dude. Like he's like, hey, like first of all, they could have that D&D session any night. Why the fuck couldn't you just say, hey, let's go fuck bitches, get money, then we'll play D&D tomorrow. Oh, for thematic reasons, like I get that you want to so well, we could go out to the party, but let's go back to the thing. Right, but you're not going to leave immediately for college. Why don't you just fucking the next night, just go out? Oh, okay. Like you don't even have to show him at the party. Cool. Just have it cut from that night to the next night they're playing D&D. I don't like that seems like a minor thing, but it's like why it just I don't know. That's a nitpick.
You don't even
That
need
is
to
a
show the
nitpick.
party. You don't
That's
even
a
need to show the
nitpick.
party.
Admittedly, but that pissed me. I'm like, you fucking dick. You just cock block your friend who's about to get pussy. Like Dustin would have been a legend at that party, but instead you fucked him over. That's exactly.
He cock blocked him. He cock blocked.
By the way, you guys should
just get
really
money.
check
The
out
guys
my
know what's up.
incredible YouTube channel. Vaughn Coleman. It's just my name. Just go to Vaughn Coleman. Follow me on all socials, baby. But no, yeah, it's
If you want to know how to fuck bitches, get money. Follow Vaughn Coleman.
Yeah, if you ever hear from my channel, because I shared it through his.
Yeah,
'cause
thank you so much.
He had
And
the
guys-
shared thing. Absolutely follow him. He has a bunch of comic books out there. Actually, go ahead and promote yourself, because like maybe you're obviously your audience knows you. My audience might not know you. I got to meet you out in Vegas. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But to promote it, dude, go for it.
Thank you. And by the way, check out Syfaxx too. It's just check out his channel. You can look him up. He's on all socials.
I just do dumb stuff. Don't worry about it. Like this guy actually does shit.
So Phenomenova is a superhero story set 20 years after World War III and follows a brand new generation of heroes inspired by those that came before during the war. Follows the son of a veteran who strikes out to become a hero. And issue 3 should be out soon. In her first mission after getting superpowers, our main character tries to stop a heist at a nuclear reactor. And in issue 3, we're finally introducing the title team Phenomenova and seeing the reactor heist play out. So at the end of the stream, I will play a trailer for issue 3. But if you go to my website, RebelOasisStudios.com, you can actually buy the first 2 issues right now. And issue 3 should be out next month. It's just about wrapping up production. So yeah.
That's fucking awesome, man, dude. Like I always like to hear that because it's like, don't get me wrong. We all obviously when we have channels online and everything and whatever, it's like, yeah, we talk or whatever, but there's actually people out there doing the business, and you're out there doing the business. You're actually producing. Yeah, I think you're like even your intro said like you're doing film, you're doing everything. Like you do all this stuff, and it's phenomenal. So it's like if I have an opportunity, like my channel's not all that big and the followers are not all that big, but hey, if I can get you an extra 3 or 4
we
people,
do what we
the
can,
3 or 4 people, the 3 or 5 to people or whatever that I have that follow me, if they'll follow you, hey man, that's awesome. Because you do good stuff, man. Are you going to MegaCon, by the way?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be tabling there. Actually, I'll announce that now. You
have a table?
I'm going to be sharing a booth with someone. I don't know if I'm able to say it yet who it is, but yeah, I will be sharing a booth with someone.
You're always welcome up here in Michigan.
All right, yeah, I'm hoping I might. I applied to Motor City Comic Con. Fingers crossed, they'll be in there.
Yeah, let me know if you get in. I'll help you out on that.
All right, awesome, dude. Sounds good. But yeah, Motor City Comic Con. I'm hoping to get to, but I will be at MegaCon. So if you guys want to get some of my books signed or buy anything, I will be at MegaCon too. But yeah.
Sweet. Me and like I don't know if you know Derek Anderson. Like maybe I'll hit him up and be like, hey, if you want to come and promote, like he's a decent sized YouTuber. I think he's like 5,000, whatever. I'm usually on his channel. That's where I kind of got acquainted through, or like I'm a part of his crew, whatever, for the most part. Like most people would probably know me from that. But also I do obviously my own thing. I don't do this. I don't do this full time, like as much as everyone else does. I love it. Like everyone's great. Everyone I've ever met is awesome. But maybe if you got something coming up before MegaCon, maybe I can hit them up and we can get something going for that. And be like, hey, let's get that going for you, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people going through a lot of these communities, and there's a lot of communities that are intertwined that also oddly don't know each other, which I find interesting because like I feel I know everybody, but it's like I'm like even if I don't watch everybody,
they don't know me. So
yeah, well, I just met you. Yes, yeah, exactly. So there you go. There's a good example. But MegaCon is that's going to be one. That's going to be a good one to go to. A lot of people are going to that one. A lot of people go to the Nerdrotic meetups and the Geeks and Gamer Nerdrotic meetup, if you want to call it both. It's usually the Nerdrotic meetup in Vegas. That's where I met you last year. Actually.
Yeah.
And so that's the one I've went to that one for 5 years, and I never went to the MegaCon one, but MegaCon seems to be a new big one that's everyone's talking about. I'm going this year. I'm going to fly out there. I'm in Cali, which everybody hates. And I'm like, hey, you have a right to hate that because I hate being here too. It sucks. But I got a bunch of family. I got to be here. It's all good. But I'm going to Florida. I'm going to be out there for a MegaCon. So people want to meet me, meet Vaughn, meet, I don't know if Phoenix is going, but it's like, hey, man.
I'm literally I'm from Michigan. I mean, it's out of the country. So,
I'm literally on the opposite side of the country. I'm in California.
You have more money than I
flying do. I got an extra $300 because that's how much it is for round trip. But yes, It's not like I'm not flying first class, but no, I'm gonna make the trip, and I want to meet a bunch of people. So if
I'm sure
you guys are also a part of Vaughn's community, you want to meet me, more than likely we'll all be hanging out. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, yeah, no, it was great, and I can't wait for more of that. I think on that note would be a good place to end things off, right? I mean, I already crushed my dreams. I went and go this morning. I went up feeling I'm gonna start the day. The year is starting out strong. Stranger Things is done. I'm like, actually, this sucks, but we got 364 days left in the year.
You got 364 days to make better takes, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we got stuff to look forward to. We got Phenomenova 3. We got the Screecher Volume 1 trade. We got lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm editing some stuff for Nick, so check out Nick's stuff too. Be Express. Yeah. He's on Twitter. You're on everything. Tell everyone where you can find your stuff too. While we just share ours.
I was trying to be polite because you were getting on me for rightly so for arguing stuff. I was trying to hang back a little bit. It's like, oh, he's kind of right. I've been a bit of an a-hole, but anyway, you can find me on Twitter, the Phoenix Press, YouTube. You search the same. I stream video games and I do some talk shows every once in a while. But I'm a comic book person by trade. You might know me from Screecher. I just released a novel called Lost Kingdom. Vaughn is helping me edit Screecher Volume 2.0. And Vaughn, as a person who's read the script, kind of tell him what do you think of Volume 2 so far?
So far, it's pretty good. I think the series has improved. I think this is. I mean, obviously, I'm biased towards it because I have work on it. But you're seeing the story and the characters evolve in new ways, and it's exciting. It's exciting.
It has definitely been made better by your touch. I can say that unequivocally.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Well, and I'm doing my job.
Nick looks like the guy that the brains behind. Well, that is a compliment. That is a compliment, sir. I will take it.
That is a compliment, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, Bats. I'm not sharing this.
Vaughn's the face. He's the one that distracts all the ladies while the men do all the work.
Thank you. I'll take it. All right, guys. See you. Have a great rest of your day. And I'm going to play the trailer for Phenomenova Issue 3. And actually, I was about to go to bed, but I have another stream going to pop on briefly, and then I'll call it. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Iron Oxide.
Hey, thanks for having me on, by the way.
Thanks. I'm glad we finally are.
It was nice to meet you, Syfaxx.
We keep missing each other.
You guys are great.
I'm going to do a hard out and check out the trailer for Phenomenova Issue 3. Join my email list on my website and check out the first 2 issues. Peace.
We call ourselves Phenomenova. Yesterday, the Stormbearers, a deadly group of mercenaries, took control of a nuclear reactor. Before we arrived on the scene, Galvanite, a superpowered teenage boy, attempted to stop them. He failed. His story ended there that day. Ours began shortly after. Today, I sift through the memories of that day. I will put the pieces together, and we will bring those responsible to justice.